I recently did a webinar with some other great panelists for my friends at Alt Legal. Shout out to Alt Legal. They have great software and put on great conference and lots of great educational resources that you can find. The topic of this webinar was building on my experience and the experience of Brent and Rebecca, who were the other panelists, as former USPTO trademark examiners. And we talked about what things are like for an examiner when they review a trademark application. And it's valuable for those who don't have the insights of having been at the US Patent and Trademark Office to understand how the USPTO operates, how examiners are given files, how they review and process the work before them. But the real valuable lesson, as I thought about giving this webinar, was what we do in helping guide applicants through the application process, because we know it will be assigned to an examiner and we know what it's like to be an examiner and how they will generally handle a file and the issues they will look at. And we can then put on our examiner cap in drafting the application to try to maximize the chances of approval. No one can guarantee approval, and there's a lot of reasons that applications are rejected. But by using experience from the perspective of an examiner, we can build an application that will help the examiner help us work towards that ultimate goal of getting approved and registered. So the kind of things that an examiner is looking at when they process an application is ownership issues, evidence of use issues, the filing basis and proper issues related to that. Of course, searching the USPTO database and the potential for finding conflicts. Other substantive issues like descriptiveness, things like whether or not there might be a translation necessary or a statement of consent if an individual name is part of the trademark application, if an individual name is part of the trademark itself, and many, many other things that the examiner has to go through and process when they review an application. That's what it's like to think like an examiner at the USPTO. And that's the benefit of working with a former examiner in applying to seek approval at the USPTO today. If you want to learn more about our experience at Erik M. Pelton and Associates, go to erikpelton.com. You can see our track record and credentials and a lot more videos and content just like this.